What's happening, guys? Celtic CC here. I'm on my back. I became Professor G, and this is State of Things Part 11. I'm recording this on the 8th of November. I'm going to do a quest board while I'm cracking on with it. So I got another list I've made, and I'm just going to read from it. So yeah, just go with that. Obviously took a break because of everything going on with the elections and everything, and yeah, definitely nice to see Joe Biden win in the end. That's good news. Right, so first of all, System of a Down are back. If you don't know System of a Down they're a metal band. They're one of my favourite metal bands. I put them in second place after Slipknot. And they've released a couple of new songs. Definitely strong messages in the songs. Go and check it out. The one with the video was called Protect the Land. It's really good. So they're kind of bringing notice to the fact that there's a lot of trouble going on war-wise. All that stuff that was happening with Azerbaijan and everything. So, I mean, it's been 15 years since they released the song, so it was quite significant, like, definitely. There's still an issue with the Tengass Forests. The environmentalists are still trying to fight this, and they're trying to get messages up to Joe Biden to reverse Trump's decision to remove all the protection from that forest, and they want all that to be taken away. So, yeah, it's still a fight going on, reversing all the sort of damage Trump has done, because he's been a total nightmare. Glad to see the back of him. I know he's still trying to kind of fight the voting thing or something, but just hopefully he'll just go away and we're done with him, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping anyway. Okay, so environmental news. Tropical storm Eta is hitting Cuba at the moment, looking like it's going to hit South America as well. So obviously America having a lot of hurricanes this year, which really sort of hits home that climate change is not a joke. It's not fake. It's very serious. How many hurricanes does USA need to get hit with before it starts taking notice? The whole country realizes they got to change and go environmental. Obviously, the environmental Americans are celebrating right now. They're really happy with everything. They're basically saying, they're just glad to see the end of Trump's nightmare. His reign of terror is over, kind of thing. Officially one of the worst presidents in United States history because of his environmental policies. And I think all sort of future presidents and politicians in America need to take note of that. Just how bad Trump was. He was a fucking nightmare. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so bad news with Canada. Canada are usually pretty good with environmental stuff, but they're struggling to hit their first electric car target, which they were hoping to hit for 2025, and they haven't managed to do that. So that's a little bit disappointing. Fingers crossed they can sort that out. The New Jersey governor this is in America now, has signed a strict single-use paper bag law and banning single-use plastic bags, which is good. That's a good sign. So America, New Jersey are waking up to the fact they got to go more environmental. That's really good. A shout out to a really good video. This is another Russell Means video about Lakota natural law. I put it up on my community page on Lunatech, so if you want to go and check that out, it's a really good video. I highly recommend you go watch it. There's a lot of good stuff. He talks about, basically natural law is something that's affect the planet is always under a state of natural law. That's why the sort of full circle perception is a scientific certainty. Do you know what I mean? If the planet's not running at a sustainable rate, it will fail, and the planet's not running at a sustainable rate. So that's, it's not rocket science. You know what I mean? I seen a video of Queen Elizabeth wearing a mask in public. Nice to see she was wearing a reusable, washable one and not a disposable one. I was happy to see that. Shout out to the royal family. They do a lot of work for the environment. I've seen Prince Charles doing a lot. Prince William as well. I've seen videos of Queen Elizabeth with David Attenborough. She's a big supporter of David Attenborough, and it's nice that we can sort of like scrap. I remember like seeing a couple of years ago some bullshit videos about Prince Charles being the next Antichrist. That's the kind of bullshit we got to put up with on the internet. So we can scrap that one for definite. Like, Prince Charles is doing environmental work. He's no fucking Antichrist. Top contender for that's Trump. I mean, he's pretty much the final nail in the coffin for Christianity, being seen as this pure religion that's all good. No, it's total poisoning in places. Trump is the perfect example of that. Do you know what I mean? His bullshit evangelical crap being brought into politics, claiming to be a Christian when he's not environmental enough, load of bollocks. Um, we've seen pro and anti-monarchy demos in Bangkok, Thailand. That's quite significant. So the country's quite divided. Germany, they've had something called a Kurdenken demo against COVID, which was met with other protests in Leipzig. So Germany are having trouble at the moment. Protests happening a lot around the world at the moment, so Germany's in on it at the moment. What's this one? Oh yeah, we've seen some protesting and arrests in London. This was the Million Mask March due to new lockdown measures being implemented. So we've seen protests for that. So furlough's been increased for a month in Britain. Basically, furlough's like the system where you get, I think it's 80% of your wages paid for by the government, just to keep things ticking over. I don't know how long they're going to be able to do it. I think they've increased it for another month. It'd be interesting to see what happens come next year or Christmas time, basically. So China still having issues with overfishing, and a lot of the countries in Asia again really annoyed with it. I've seen Japan kicking off at videos of Japan kicking off at Chinese fishing vessels. China, that's one of their major pollution problems. Even though they're not doing terrible in all areas, overfishing, they're an absolute nightmare with it. Do you know what I mean? Something needs to be done, definitely. A lot of the preppers that I watch online from America were concerned with the election results. It seems to be a bit more chill now. Biden's won. I think had Trump won, we would have seen like hell unleashed on the country. It's nice to see everything's kind of chilled out a little bit. So, Trump losing is a good thing for America, no doubt about it. It's nice just to see them, turn the dial down on the craziness a little bit. And another good bit of news is the US Muslim ban that was set by Trump's administration is set to end on day one of Biden's presidency. So that's being met with a lot of good support. Obviously, it decreases tensions around the world and everything. It was good to see that. I've seen a video about there's a new Black Panther group joining the crowd in DC celebrating Biden's victory. So again, highlighting the fact that Trump losing is a good thing, because those Black Panthers probably would have kicked off. Do you know what I mean? Black Panthers, obviously, a big part of American history. And, one of my favourite rappers, Tupac, his family were, had Black Panther roots, so that's all cool and everything. What's this one here, on? So this is a major problem now. So Senegal have got a real big issue with their forests. Their forests are in major trouble, and China are a big contributor to this because they're one of the ones that demand the wood from there. And it's all illegal logging. They've actually got some trees that are now endangered, and so Senegal's forests are in big trouble at the moment, and China are a big contributor to this. So that's a really bad bit of news. Hopefully someone gets sorted with that. I've seen a video saying that India are very positive about having Joe Biden as the next American president. When he was vice president with Barack Obama, he had good relations with their Prime Minister Modi. So there's some positivity coming from India about Biden, which is good. Like I've said before, I hope to see India kind of climb the ranks in the UN eventually. They do have good pollution per person stats. They're not the best when it comes to clean air in their cities, but overall they do have very good Hopi Hindu sort of influence policies in a lot of the areas of their country. Don't forget, that perception of, cleanliness next to godliness means keeping the planet clean, so they don't go nuts with cleaning products and stuff like that. It's very important. I want to give a shout out again to Reddit pages. If you want all your environmental news, the Reddit subreddits environment page and environmentalism pages are just great for getting all your environmental information if you're interested. So definitely go and subscribe to them and get involved. Make sure you upvote the articles and the videos and everything. And then last but not least, more positive things about Biden. That looks like the world leaders are welcoming his support on climate change. So further highlighting, it's good to see the back of Trump's, shit environmental policies and terrible environmental record, and the world leaders are welcoming Joe Biden on climate change and probably other pollution issues as well. So, thank God Trump lost. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, another 4 years of him, I've just been like, oh, fuck it. Like, I'll be joking. So I'm really glad Trump lost. America needs to start waking up a bit more. Hopefully the whole world will start realising just, how bad things are around the planet. And we all need to start getting a lot more environmental and a lot more aware of the problems around the world. Trump just highlighting how, a country like America shouldn't be putting a failed businessman and a crap celebrity as president. He was useless. Absolutely useless. Alright, cheers guys.